So, what is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with a brand new Danger deck profile for the post-cybernetic horizon. So, hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more new deck profiles like these, make sure you guys go down there right now and smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing, friend. For those of you who have not yet subscribed and joined the notification squad, make sure you guys click on the bell to get notified on each time I upload videos. So, whenever a new deck drops like this, you guys will always be the first one to take a look at it. By the way, guys, if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get your full cloth Cyber Dragon playmat today. I do free shipping to Canada, USA, international shipping costs extra, and there's 4 amazing Cyber Dragon monsters on here. One side has Cyber Dragon Nova and Cyber Dragon Core, and the other side has the brand new Cyber Dragon Hers, and of course a Cyber Dragon Seeger. If you guys love zone playmats, this mat is definitely the mat for you. And again, guys, this mat is in full cloth edition, so make sure you guys get these while you guys can, because these are going to be up for a limited time only. Alright, guys, enough talking. Without further ado, let's start with the deck profile. You guys all know that this weekend was sneak peek, and I had to try my best to get you guys all these cards for the deck profile as quickly as possible. I've been playtesting this deck for weeks now, and it's been working really well. I believe that the list that I'm about to showcase you guys is very competitive and actually very solid to actually compete in today's metagame. And I'll explain to you guys the synergy that this deck has with Dark Worlds. Dark Worlds combining itself with Danger archetype. Oh my goodness, guys, the deck is just absolutely explosive. Alright, guys, to start out with the monster we're going to play, of course, the brand new Triple Danger Bigfoot. This card is absolutely amazing. For those of you who do not know its effect, his effect reads that you can reveal this card in your hand. Your opponent randomly chooses one card from your entire hand, then you discard the chosen card. Then, if the discarded card was not Danger Bigfoot, special on one Danger Bigfoot from your hand, and if you do, you draw one card. So all the other Danger monsters in the deck has the exact same primary effect, where you're actually able to reveal itself to your opponent, and your opponent gets to discard one card in your entire hand. And if the card that it discarded was not a Danger monster, you basically get a special on that Danger monster that you reveal, and then draw one card, which is really amazing. And the reason why its primary effect is just so good is because it synergizes really well with Dark Worlds. Dark Worlds, when they're discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, they gain additional effects, whether or not it'll be drawing cards, specialing itself, or destroying a card on the field. And obviously the Danger monsters effect is not a cost, so Dark World monsters will actually trigger. And this card has an amazing secondary ability where it reads that if this card is discarded, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use this effective Danger Bigfoot once per turn. Whatever you do to get this card to the graveyard by discarding it, you basically get to target one face-up monster your opponent controls, face-up card your opponent controls, and actually destroy it. But the primary effect, you can use it multiple times in one turn. So let's say that if you have 3 copies of Danger Bigfoot in your hand, you can essentially reveal all 3 Danger Bigfoot in your hand. If you can actually bring out multiple copies of this card on the board, you can actually potentially just OTK your opponent with the amount of damage output that you're actually able to do during the battle phase. So the next Danger monster you want to play in the deck is, of course, Triple Danger Nessie. This card is absolutely amazing. For those of you who do not know what Nessie's effect, it has the exact same primary effect as Danger Bigfoot. But a secondary effect reads that when this card is discarded, you basically get to search a Danger card directly from your deck into your hand. So not only does this card search out your entire deck, it also searches your Danger trap card, Danger Zone, which is your graceful charity of the deck. So Danger Zone is just really amazing in the deck, so that way that you get to draw 3 cards to discard 2 cards. And obviously in combination of playing the Danger monsters and also the Dark Worlds, Danger Zone is just really amazing in the deck. Of course, Triple Danger is Chupacabra. This card is just really good as well. The reason why Chupacabra is just really great is because you're actually able to bring out a Danger monster directly from the graveyard, so essentially is a monster reborn. So definitely triple copies of this card to actually help recycle your Danger monsters from your graveyard to your side of the field. That way you can easily just OTK your opponent depending on the amount of monsters that you have on the board. Next up, I'm going to play, of course, the 1 Danger Jackalope. I actually don't like this card too much. This card isn't really too great. It brings out the Danger monster directly from the deck. That's his effect. If this card is discarded, you get a special summon a Danger monster directly from a deck in defense position. So if this card was able to bring out, you know, a Danger monster directly from the deck in attack position, it would have been way better, because you're actually able to bring out, you know, Bigfoot from the deck, and Bigfoot is a 3000 beast stick. But instead, guys, you know, it just brings a Danger monster directly from the deck, and it does absolutely nothing. The Danger monsters does nothing on the board, you know what I mean? I believe the 3-1 ratio is definitely more than enough in the deck. But the really good thing about all the Danger monsters in the deck is that they essentially act as a spell card. Their primary effect allows them to reveal itself to your opponent. Okay, so it acts like a spell card, and if your opponent hits it, they gain their effects in the graveyard. If your opponent don't hit it, if they hit any other card in your hand, for example, like a Dark World or Brow or Grapple and things like that, you basically get to plus, which is really good. At the same time, you get a special summon this card from your hand and also draw 1 card, which is really amazing. So all the Danger monsters that you're playing right here, Nessie, Bigfoot, Jackalope, and Danger Chupacabra, definitely really great cards in the deck, and they also act as a spell card to be able to actually, you know, help you discard other cards directly from your hand to the graveyard. Combining these 2 archetypes together, Dark World just synergizes really well with Danger. If you guys do not know what Dark World does, when they're discarded, they basically get their effects, and all the Danger cards are not a cost to discard. Dark Worlds do not work with cards that are a cost, cards like Twin Twister, monster, and cost activations does not trigger off the Dark World's effect, but all the other danger monsters in the deck will trigger off Dark World's effect if your opponent, you know, discards another card in your hand other than a danger monster. So let's say that you reveal Chupacabra, and your opponent doesn't hit the Chupacabra, but they hit the Grapha. Grapha will get sent to the graveyard. You special summon Chupacabra, you draw one card, and then Grapha effect will trigger in the graveyard to destroy one card your opponent controls, which is really amazing. So Dark World just synergizes really well with Danger, and you must play these cards in the deck. And Grapha is just really powerful. A level 8 monster, and also a 3000 beat stick while Gates is on the board. So having multiple beat stick on the board, and also a card that, you know, lets you destroy a card in the field is just really good. And by the way, guys, if your opponent does make a Abyss Dweller, you can still bounce the monster from the field to your hand, especially when it's Grapha from the graveyard, because it is essentially like Infernoids. You know, Abyss Dwellers doesn't kill Infernoids because it's not like an activation effect, it's a summoning condition. So you can basically bounce a Dark World monster directly from your field to your hand to special summon Grapha under Abyss Dweller. So yeah, so triple Grapha, definitely a must-off in the deck. And then obviously for your best searcher, you're going to play, of course, triple Snow, Unlighted the Dark World. Snow searches literally all your Dark World cards directly from your deck to your hand. If this card is discarded by card effect, add one Dark World card directly from your deck to your hand. And you can activate this card effect multiple times in one turn. These effects are not once per turn, so if you're actually able to just discard, you know, Grapha to the graveyard or Snow to the graveyard multiple times in one turn, you're actually able to, you know, utilize their effects multiple times, obviously. So Snow, like the Dark World, your reinforce of the army for the deck. And if you guys can see the resemblance, Grapha is essentially the Bigfoot, because when Bigfoot is discarded, you basically get to pop a card in the field. Same thing goes to Grapha. And Snow, if it's discarded, you basically get to search a Dark World card. And then once Nessie is discarded, you basically get to search a Danger card, which is really, really awesome. So triple Snow, triple Grapha. Next up, I'm going to play, of course, triple Brown. This card is absolutely free, and what I mean by this is that if this card is discarded to the graveyard, you basically get to draw one card. So discarding this card off, you know, Gates or off Dark World dealings or drag down to the grave, you basically get to draw an extra card, which is really good. You can also normal summon this card and bounce this card from the field to the hand to basically special summon Grapha from the graveyard. You know, very standard in a Dark World based deck, and this card literally helps you thin out your deck. To run off our Dark World monster, we'll play, of course, double gold Warlord of the Dark World. When this card is discarded, essentially a free level 5 monster which you can easily put on the board as a 2600 beater with Gates on the board, which is really good. So, you know, double gold, really great. And last but not least, the 1 page Vanguard of the Dark World. It's just another free monster. Once it's discarded, you get a special summon itself to your side of the field, and then you can basically bounce this card back to your hand, summon Grapha, normal summon this card, bounce it to your hand, summon another Grapha, so you have a 3000 beat stick on the board while Gates of the Underworld is on the field. So that's pretty much it for the Dark World lineup. You guys can also play Lucent if you guys would like. I currently don't have access to Lucent, so I'm not currently playing in this version so far, but essentially, you know, gold and beige, essentially the same thing for Lucent, but, you know, beige, you can easily normal summon it and then bounce it to your hand for Grapha, which is really amazing, which obviously comes up a lot if you're playing a Dark World based deck. You're gonna normal summon beige, be able to just bounce it to your hand freely, especially when a Grapha is always great. Hand traps are not good in this deck at all, because if you activate a danger card and your opponent misses the danger card and discards a hand trap, you literally neg, man. It's terrible. Like, you don't plus at all. You just want to try to, you know, discard the Dark World cards whenever your opponent, you know, miss the danger card, obviously. So playing hand trap is not good. I'd rather play cards like Infinite Impermanence, in my opinion. So that's pretty much it, guys. Alright, guys, off to the spells. We're gonna play, of course, Triple Drag Down into the Grave, and this card is amazing. The fact that you get to look at your opponent's hand is what makes this card really good. You look at your opponent's hand, your opponent discards a card, and then your opponent looks at your hand and discards a card. You obviously just want to show your opponent a handful of monsters, so you're actually asking them to pick their poison. So you want to discard a danger card so I can plus, or do you want to discard a Dark World card so I can pop a card, draw a card, special summon a card, you guys name it. This card literally tells your opponent, pick your poison, man. And then obviously you're gonna play double Gates of the Underworld. I actually don't like playing multiple copies of this card in the deck. You can always access this card directly from your deck to your hand using Snow, so I don't find myself needing 3 in the deck at all. Card's actually really great because you're able to banish a Fiend monster from graveyard to discard a Fiend, and the Fiend that you want to discard is obviously the Dark World monsters in your hand, so that way that they can trigger off their effects in the graveyard. And at the same time, once you activate this effect, you also get to draw 1 card, which is really good. And the Nightmare monsters in the extra deck are all Fiend monsters, so you can banish the Nightmares using Gates of the Dark World as well. So this card is actually really great, and also makes your Dark World monsters gain 300 attack additionally, making, you know, Grapha and also go 2600 and Grapha 3000 beater on the board. Next off, for more draw cards, you're gonna play, of course, double Dark World dealings. Dealings is just really great. You know, draw 1 card, discard 1 card, you know, discard danger, discard a Dark World card to trigger off their effects. Cards is just really, really good. And then you're gonna play, of course, triple Lord Darkness. you are playing, what's it called, a dark deck. Your entire deck is dark, so Allure of Darkness will actually never be dead. And this deck is literally like ultra power, which is why I love this deck so much. And when I said, you know, it burns through resources, it burns through resources really, really fast. So that's why cards like Chupacabra, it's just really good to actually revive back your danger monsters from the graveyard. But anyway, guys, so much draw power in this deck. You have Allure, you have, you know, Dark World Dealings, which is really good. And you also have Trade-In. Trade-In is just really good in the deck because you have 6 targets for it. So you have cards like Bigfoot and also cards like Grapha. You have 3 Bigfoots and 3 Grapha, gives you 6 total targets for Trade-In. And the really good thing about Trade-In, and shout out to my boy Denzel for actually giving me the idea to play this card, Trade-In is just really broken with Bigfoot, because you discard Bigfoot, draw 2 cards, Bigfoot effect will activate in the grave, you pop a card on the field. So Trade-In and Bigfoot is a 1-card pop and is a 2-card draw, which is insane, guys. And Trade-In also at the same time sends Grapha to the graveyard, so that way that you can just bounce you know, Dark World monster from the field to your hand to easily bring out a Grapha on the board. So there's so many draw powers in the deck, guys. Trade-In is definitely a must-have in my personal opinion. I actually might even bump this card up to 3, man, because if you ever see yourself not seeing a level 8 monster in your hand, you can always search a level 8 using cards like Nessie. You can also search a level 8 using Snow to search Grapha directly from your deck to your hand. And then last but not least, the game charge. If you activate this card, you're more likely to win the duel. This deck burns through resources very, very quick. So all your monsters are more likely going to be in the graveyard. So cards like Soul Charge can just win you the game. And last but not least, the Monster Reborn to freely revive back, you know, your Danger monster and also your Dark World monster from your graveyard. So that's pretty much it for the spell, guys. All right, guys, off to our trap cards. You want to play Triple Danger Zone. Again, more draw power. If you guys don't know what this card does, it's super broken. And you can actually search this card directly from your deck to your hand using Nessie. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards, including at least 1 danger card, or if you have no danger cards in your hand, show your entire hand and shuffle it into the deck. You can only activate 1 danger zone once per turn. So you actually just want to activate this card during you know, your opponent's turn. You can activate this card, draw 3, discard a danger, discard Grapha, you know, boom, boom, pop. So essentially, you know, if you have danger Bigfoot and also Grapha in your hand, activate danger zone, draw 3 cards, discard Grapha, discard Bigfoot, destroy 2 cards on the board. So this card can actually help disrupt a lot of combo plays, which is really amazing. And if you open up with multiples of this, you can just set 2, activate one of your opponent's end phase, or, you know, in the middle of your opponent's combo, depending on the cards that have in your hand. And then on your turn, you draw 3 again. So you're just literally digging through your deck as quickly as possible with cards like Dark World Dealings, Drag Down, Trade-In, Allure of Darkness. And you got 3 Graceful Charities in the deck, which is searchable. You guys can also play cards like Lilith if you guys would like. I haven't playtested Lilith too much, but Lilith can actually attribute itself to A, access to Danger Zone directly from your deck to your side of the field, which is really, really good. So you guys should know when it's the right time to activate this card. You're not going to recklessly activate this card when you don't have a danger card in your hand, unless you have to. But I know you guys are smart, so you guys are going to activate this card when you guys have a danger card in your hand, obviously. So Triple Danger Zone, your Graceful Charity of the deck. This card is super broken. And then last but not least, the God card itself, the D1 Skill Drain. This deck doesn't have any field effects. So Skill Drainage is really powerful. You have a, you know, huge board full of 3,000 beat sticks. You flip a Skill Drain, you literally win the duel. So cards a God card, especially going first. So 1 Skill Drain to run off your deck. So that's pretty much it for the main deck, guys. Main deck is always up to personal preference. It's all up to your play style, guys. You know, it all depends on how you guys want to play this deck. Dark World Danger is definitely the way to go, and that's how you should definitely play this deck to maximize you know, the entire ceiling, to maximize the full potential of this deck. You obviously just want to incorporate danger with obviously the Dark Worlds, but use my deck list as a guide to what you guys can play in your own deck, guys. Remember, this is just a template to what you guys can play. Just use my deck, takes, you know, some of my ideas and just incorporate your own deck, because everybody's deck is different. Everybody has their own play style, but definitely just use my deck list as a template and also as a guide to how you guys can build your own danger deck profile. All right, guys, off to your side deck. Side deck is always up to personal preference, and this is just basically a template for the side for today's meta. You know, you want to play, of course, Double Red Reboot. Card is actually really good against the Trickstar matchup. You obviously just don't want to get Reincarnation Drone, so Red Reboot is great. Triple Evenly Match, we're going second. Triple Mind Crush going first. Card's actually really, really great. I play Forbidden Chalice. The reason why I play this card is because if my opponent makes Dweller, it's pretty tough to play against Dweller. You obviously just want to activate your graveyard effects, so Forbidden Chalice is really, really good. And same thing goes for Infinite Impermanence. Really good cards. I actually, if I have a third one, I'll be playing 3 Infinite Impermanence in the side deck. And the last one I'll leave, you don't play, of course, Twin Twisters to run off your side. Twin Twisters is really good because if you discard the danger cards to the graveyard, the danger cards will trigger off their effects because you discard off Twin Twister. But if you guys discard, you know, Dark World cards to the graveyard using Twin Twister, Dark Worlds will not gain effect because Twin Twister is a cost, and all cost effects does not work with Dark Worlds. So Twin Twister is just really great for that, to trigger off cards like Bigfoot, Nessie, Chupacabra, and also the Jackalope, which is really great. So that's pretty much it rounds for your side deck. Let's go off into your extra deck. Start with our XYZ monsters. You're gonna play, of course, the number 38 Hope Harbinger, because you know you play 3 Bigfoots and also 3 what's it called? 3 Graplas, 1 Galaxy Swarm or Photon, Cypher Blade, essentially you dried in the deck, and Cypher Dragon. This is the Galaxy package you're obviously playing, which is really awesome. So Galaxy package, Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Sometimes you have 2 Nessie on the board. You can easily, you know, push her damage, make Flare Metal Dragon, and then your opponent just loses the duel. And last but not least, you're gonna play number 42 Galaxy Tomahawk. This card is really great to actually help you generate tokens, which helps you link span the board. So card is really good as well while you have double Nessie on the board, which does come out sometimes, and also helps give you access to your bigger what's called lake monsters, obviously for the links. Nightmare Griffin, really good, guys. I usually climb them into Griffin from obviously Unicorn and also Phoenix and also a Nightmare Cerberus. You know, Nightmares are just really good with danger cards because they get to discard a card to the graveyard to do something, right? So once you discard the danger card to the graveyard using the Nightmares effect, the danger cards will also trigger off, which is really good. So you summon Nightmare Phoenix, discard Bigfoot, you pop 2 cards. You summon Cerberus, discard Bigfoot, you pop 2 cards. You summon a Unicorn, discard Bigfoot, you pop 2 cards. Cards is really good, and you obviously climb to Griffin, and once you climb to Griffin, you basically set your danger zone to your side of the field, and then you just win the duel from there. So Nightmare, Cerberus, and Griffin, and Nightmare, like all the Nightmare package, definitely must have in the deck. And you barely normal summon anyways, so you don't need to play Goblin at all. And then off to your other big beast sticks, you're gonna play, of course, the 1 Borosaur Dragon. Card's a new card to actually help OTKs, which is really, really powerful. So 1 Borosaur, 1 Borolo Dragon, you know, help beat the the U board. Double Link Spider, okay. Link Spider is in here is because for Galaxy Tomahawk, you bring out the token, so you can easily make Link Spider. And same thing goes for Cleave for Genius, so that way that you can climb up to, you know, your Link monsters. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more deck profiles like these, make sure you guys go in there right now and smash that thumbs up button. I really hope you guys appreciate, you know, the hard work I've been putting up for the past week. I've been literally trying my best to get you guys all these cards as quickly as possible, so I can give you guys the best content on YouTube, the best Yu-Gi-Oh content on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to get you guys the content you guys love, and these cards are just really hard to obtain on sneak peek. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the thumbs up button and help support the channel. Get your mat today. And this is Sam from Team SamuraiX. I'm signing out. All right, guys, peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a key with it. Like, no, this league business.